Prepare to be bedazzled. Prepare to be bedazzled. Prepare to be bedazzled. Prepare to be bedazzled. Prepare to be bedazzled because today not enough videos slated to commence today. I'll be reacting to a video without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination. Let's allow the frivolities, antics, and trivialities to commence.
He and I talk a lot about dating, and he recently moved to Europe for a small period of time. And he said dating is so much more fun here, approaching women is so much more fun here. And I said, really? Like, what's the difference? And he said, women don't look at you like they're disgusted with you when you approach them. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I feel like I've noticed a really big cultural shift in the last, 20 or so years, where men approaching women, trying to hit on women, whatever you want to call it, like, is...
I'm baffled as to why a man would be eager to dabble into the dating market.
looked down upon and like almost subject to like social
I should always be celibate in perpetuity.
humiliation in the moment or afterwards. And so I feel curious, like, have you seen this, especially if you're a woman? Like, do you like when men approach you? Do you hate when men approach you? How could men approach you in a way that felt good to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
She wants her ass kissed. She gets her ass kissed.
Why the shit would a man yearn? What I was about to say was, why the shit would a man in the dating market yearn to approach a woman in the dating market? It's the becoming of a man to be eager to dabble in entering the dating market.
She gets bored.
I wonder how many men are recalcitrant about entering the dating market. I presume that billions of people are in the dating market as of this confluence of time and space. What is the quantity of men in the dating market? Who the show knows?
She dumps him to find another guy who kisses her ass. Gets her ass kicked. Dumps him.
Why would a man desire to be oleaginous to a woman?
Same circle of ridiculous.
How many men are submissive to a woman?
Avoid these.
How many men are docile to a woman? how many men are obsequious to women in the show knows.
Women avoid these women. They get bored because they don't know how to be treated well. And they themselves are boring. They are the problem, not you. You're a good guy. You just want peace in your life. You're like, I just want to chill with you and have fun and go eat good food and hang out together, watch a movie, chill out. And she has to constantly have drama happening in order to feel some...
There's no need to be dramatic. The people mellow out over time. The show knows the future is enigmatic and obscure beyond a number of time.
kind of normalcy in her life. She wants you to kiss her ass, you kiss her ass, she dumps you, she disrespects you, she does it over and over again. Let her be. Let her be. There'll be a woman that's going
Is being calm and exigent manner. The show knows.
to appreciate you. Let the other...
These modern women, and really that's what they mean by ruining a man.
Not frequently do people exude calmness. The show knows. Do people have a proclivity to be calm? The show knows.
They're trying to turn him into something that gives them a spark. Oh, I like the guy here, I like him here.
Serenity and reposefulness are eminently desirable.
Like this and about him, but he needs a little bit more of a bite. He needs a little bit more of an edge. So I, knowingly, am going to do toxic things to turn this man in such a way that now he fits me as I would want him. He's all these things, but he's a little bit toxic, just like me. And I taught him to be that way, and I love it here. No, you need therapy. Quickly.
What you need to realize about men is that if they do not feel like they are at a place where they can financially support you at the level that you already do for yourself or even more, they will likely not pursue you. Especially true if the guy really respects you and thinks highly of you and sees how much of a bad bitch you are, because they are petrified of rejection more than women, arguably.
People should abstain, desist, and refrain from utilizing profane language.
They do not want to put themselves in a position where they already feel like shit. They already know that they are not at the place in life that they want to be. And on top of that, if they were to come towards you and you're like their dream girl that they respect so much and you reject them, shit, like that would hurt their ego so bad. Plus, they also, if they respect you, see your worth, see how amazing you are, and see that they are not yet in a life stage where they can provide to you in a way that they know you deserve. So if you are confused about a guy that, like, you know there's a connection, but you're like, why aren't they pursuing me? It might be because they actually respect you so much and they do not want to pursue you because they know that you deserve way better.
I feel like y'all don't even have a connection.
Certain women are able to earn a substantial amount of fiat currency. How much fiat currency does a woman who works a real private sector job based on voluntary demand earn on an annual basis? The show knows.
In the first place, right? Looking like y'all look, y'all didn't have no connection in the first place. Talking like y'all talk, y'all didn't have no connection in the first place. You already had in mind what you were thinking he was gonna do, and you said, "Oh, you make 90, but I need 100." That's really what y'all be talking about. Oh well, I make 100K, so I'm expecting my man to make at least that. I make 90K. That's nothing to sneeze at. What are we doing? So what y'all be talking about? Missing out on perfectly acceptable men? Perfectly good men? Top of the line? Top tier men?
I guess a woman in the dating market prefers for a man in the dating market to be in the ultra wealthy economic class. At least that's my arbitrary assumption.
because, oh, well, you know, he knows not to step to you because there's a connection there, but he respects you too much because you're a bad bee and you got all this going for you and you deserve this and you deserve that. With the way that y'all talk, y'all need to take a couple of steps back and realize maybe you don't deserve as much as you think you do. You are not going to be that great of a partner. By the way that you talk, by the way that you act, you are actually
I presume that a woman in the dating market would prefer to preempt succumbing to pecuniary struggles.
going to be a full-blown nightmare.
I've never once met a good man. My entire life, going on almost 32 years, okay? I've never met one genuinely good man. Every single man I have encountered has done something absolutely horrific and minimized it. Every single man that I've encountered is a liar, is a perv, and does not see women as humans.
Just because you haven't met one doesn't mean they don't exist. In fact, there's a lot of them out there. And if you think about all these instances, what's the common denominator?
What I meant to say earlier was I presume that women in the dating market prefer to not encounter pecuniary struggles.
You've never met a good man. It's you. A healthy person takes a step back and is like, okay, why are these types of people coming into my life? What can I fix within myself? And then things start to gradually get better. You saying you've never met a good man just shows that you are probably ruling out all of the good men. You friend zone them, you dump them, you cut them off, maybe they're not super exciting, and you reward the people that bring
And the personalities of most people be ameliorated, or are their personalities immutable? The show knows.
chaos and problems into your life that have that horrible reputation. And deep down, you don't want to believe there are good men out there. Because as soon as you admit that to yourself, you can't play the victim card anymore. You have to admit that you ignore red flags, or you tolerated behavior that you knew was wrong, but you chose to stay anyways and punish the men out there that genuinely would have had a good relationship with you. That means you might have qualities that are bringing the toxicness into your relationships that you need to work on. Maybe you don't know how to say you're sorry. Maybe you don't know how to take accountability. Maybe you're writing off good men for silly reasons. Maybe your energy is just off. You're scaring away the good men. Maybe there's a lot of red flags that you haven't realized that you have yet.
This is actually something so frustrating to men because they hold themselves back from approaching women since they've been told time and time again that women don't want to be approached. But then here's these women wondering why men aren't approaching them while they're looking like they are having the worst time ever. Which is so frustrating because it feels like a game and me...
I cannot apprehend why a man would be eager to approach a woman. It is unbecoming of a man to yearn, to dabble into entering the dating market. Men should always be celibate in perpetuity. Practicing celibacy is a cinch. It's extremely easy to be celibate. It is a seamless process to be celibate. That you're enthralled, acid or gal, captivated, his rising is flowing fascinated. that are entrenched in the white epicness. Prepare to be bedazzled, because today another Netflix video slated to commence. Today, I'll be reacting to a video without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination. Let's allow the frivolities, antics, and trivialities to commence.
Meeting new people is tough enough, especially when you don't want this to be the thing that's eliminating potentially good partners. I mean, there's already enough crazies out there, which is why I always recommend to men to do a public data check on a trusted website like publicdatacheck.com before pursuing the woman that you're interested in, because it can save you from wasting a lot of your time and effort.
Corporate hot take, but I'd rather be in a male-dominated industry than a female-dominated industry, and I've been in both, and I really thought I was going to love a female-dominated industry. However, that was the worst time I've ever had.
Yo, she's not lying at all. I primarily worked in male
She detests and disdain and micromanage in the show notes.
dominated or mixed sex environments until recently. The last job I had was primarily women in the office, and it was honestly probably the worst work experience I've ever had. With men, most of the times, what you see is what you get usually. Woman, whole different story. In the office full of women, they're always consistently lying, consistently trying to miss a point, and not even take accountability. Like, I've seen people try so hard not to take accountability that they're willing to lose our business money because they didn't want.
The female managers have I should say our female managers at a higher probability to micromanage real private sector employees and male managers, who the show knows. How many female managers have a innate proclivity to attempt to micromanage real private sector employees, who the show knows.
Want to be in the wrong. It's ridiculous. In my personal experience, here's a story. There's this one girl in the office, obese, always unkempt, but always had the biggest mouth, always had the worst attitude, and was always talking shit. And so one day she decided she wanted to fuck with me.
People should aim to attain a healthy BMI above 18.5.
I wasn't dealing with it that day. And so she said something, I said something back, and it wasn't even anything crazy. It was a corporate environment, so I know how to play games in the corporate environment. I said one thing back, it was the end of the world. She got so offended. She started having closed door meetings talking shit about me because she was just so upset that she couldn't be the person to talk shit to me and get away with it. It's just so ridiculous, man. So yeah, just from my anecdotal experience and from this lady's experience, I could tell it's common that working in an office full of women is a no-go. Unless you're one of them. Unless you're that type of person, it's perfect for you. But hey, I go to work, do my thing, and go home.
So women are decentering men. That's cool. No longer need men as a necessity. Why don't men do the same thing? Like, not exactly decenter women, but just decenter having a girlfriend, decenter romantic relationships. So much of this red pill manosphere content is centered around the fact of bettering yourself to get a girl. Why? A lot of guys place their
Person can preempt succumbing to obesity with extreme ease.
worth on their ability to get girls. Why? What about bettering yourself to like find inner peace and make new friends and gain new hobbies? I kind of just realized
People should always implement healthy dietary decisions. People should never implement insalubrious dietary decisions.
this because women have been trying hard to decenter men, right? And I think that's a great thing. That's great. Because historically, women have been forced to need men. Sometimes I feel like they're living their best life without them. And they're only choosing the men that bring value, bring extra meaning to their life, right? I'm genuinely convinced that this male loneliness epidemic is they're just placing too much of an emphasis on needing that romantic relationship. Not enough emphasis on other things. Like, people say that male friendships aren't like necessarily as deep as female friendships. Maybe that's why they feel a need to like need a relationship. You know, my opinion's still forming on this type of stuff, but I'm kind of just convinced that men gotta just
People should consume vegan supplements. They should consume alkaline, nutrient-dense, antioxidant-rich, alkaline fruits and vegetables.
Do the same thing as women. Like, you guys don't need relationships either. Like, I don't get it.
And that's exactly what it is, a forming opinion. A lot of times opinions that are forming are incomplete. And that's what we see here, an incomplete opinion. Opinion that's, for lack of a better word, stupid. It's not men doing that. They're working on themselves because they need to get better. You guys, they stop because they say, hey, it looks like I might have a little help on this journey. Are you going the same way I am? Yeah. Okay, let's...
Will the latent potential to accrue knowledge over time that they opt to partake in. Learning activities. That furnish them with opportunity to learn practical information. How much information is pragmatic? The show knows. What is the utility of pragmatic information? What is the totality of the utility? What is the totality of the utility of pragmatic information? The show knows.
Walk together. Oh, we're going the same way, but you're going to have to do all the work. Yeah, okay, I was doing that anyway. Well, I mean, by all of the work, do you mean you want me to do all of the work, or just like all of the work as it pertains to, you know, maybe gathering wood or going out and gathering food for us? No, I mean all of the work, like gathering the wood, starting a fire, finding food for us to eat, preparing that food, and then cooking it, then serving the food, and then making sure that we have protection. So, I mean, quite literally all of the work. That's what modern women are doing to men.
Undergoing the hassle of preparing meals.
Yeah, y'all are not bringing any value.
It's highly time depleting to prepare meals.
And that's why a man says, you know what, okay, if you're going to do this, I'm going to go in my own direction. I'm going to go my own way. I'm not going to be approaching women. So men, I don't know what kind of terms you got going on. Male loneliness epidemic, men decentering women and all that stuff. Men don't usually get into that nonsense. They just know, I'm not with the BS. I'm not approaching a woman. I'm going to go my own way. And that's it. Y'all don't be paying enough attention. Y'all be in y'all's own little world, so you think a man is still after you. That's what's going on.
If you want to paint my face, I'm good with that. We can do that. Or if you want to paint the inside of one of the three, or all of the three, we can do that too. Just tell me what you want. Tell me how you want it. And it's gonna get done.
I am so tired of hearing people say, you're so pretty, you can get any...
It was Gilder and Bizarre. Was that uncanny? Was that strange? Is that perplexing? Am I bewildered? Am I adulpated? Am I confounded? Am I discombobulated? Am I flummoxed? Am I flustered?
Guy you want a
I did not know a person would be amenable to having his face painted.
where, no, I can sleep with any guy I want. And unfortunately, that is not the same.
Bring back men who beg.
People should always be celibate in perpetuity.
Next time you're starting to feel a little bit bad about yourself, just remember that. Focus on you, focus on your journey, keep your head down, and stop comparing yourself to what you see online. Okay, but seriously, that's insane. I get it. I get it.
All right, that's Beverly Chang. You guys, I train around 60 women throughout the course of the year. I have 2 gyms, and I can't tell you how many times I'm like, whoa, your glutes are looking amazing. And then my clients are like, no, it's just the shorts. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, I've learned to listen to them over time. And okay, maybe it is the shorts, but I think you're doing good. I think the training is working. But they rightfully admit it. Sometimes it's just the shorts. Also, sometimes it's just the day. Sometimes you get a huge glute pump, other days not. Some days you're retaining water. Throughout the month, there'll be like 10 days where you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, it looks like I don't even lift. There'll be 10 days where you're like, I look pretty good, I look decent. And then 10 days where you're like, whoa, I'm looking insane. A lot of it is due to water retention, stress, sleep. For women, hormonal fluctuations. So physiology is complex. Apparel is even more complex. So don't get too down on yourself when you're having a bad day, because tomorrow you'll probably look amazing again, especially
people who have some purview over their appearance. If you drink distilled water, exercise, consume vegan supplements, consume nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant-rich, alkaline fruits and vegetables, and if you partake in quality deep sleep for a prolonged period of time amid every sleep session, then it can have a bearing and helping your face to appear more vibrant. So it stands to propelling reason that people can partially influence their aesthetical appearance if they opt to pursue those optimization measures. I hope that you were flabbergasted, captivated, mesmerized, and fascinated. I hope that you were entrenched, not in a light epicness. Prepare the bedazzle because today prepare the bedazzle. Prepare the bedazzled. Prepare the bedazzled. Prepare the bedazzled because today another epic video is slated to commence. Today I will be commencing Prepare the bedazzled because today another epic video is slated to commence. Today I will be reacting to a video without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination. Let's allow the politics, antics, and trivialities to commence.
Are you? I'm just saying.
And we fast forward through this segment.
And men are like attracted to that. They're like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, we can build an empire together. And then they proceed to try to make her a stay-at-home mom. Sir, the things that you were attracted to me for are not going away. You're so independent. You're just like a go-getter. I really like that about you. You just like want to stay at home now? No! I don't.
But a woman in the dating market does not desire to become a housewife in the pending future.
Oh,
Is it a cinch for a woman in the dating market to find a potential partner in the dating market? Remember the axiom that it is unequivocally a cinch for a woman in the dating market to find a potential partner in the dating market. How many women are amenable to getting married? Who the show knows?
Just listening to these women talk, and with so much confidence, you know that adaptability and critical thought is not their strong suit. If you think about a running back, he's not just a running back. They turn him into a receiver. They turn him into somebody who blocks. Same thing with the receiver. We're going to need you to block. Run routes, yes, that is your primary job, but we need you to block. We need you to be a good teammate. That means stepping up as the best receiver or the best one of the best people on the team and being a captain. Somebody that people can look up to. You're a role model now. So that's another role that you play. We need somebody that's willing to run the ball sometimes. Shoot, you might be so good. We need somebody to run back kickoffs, run back punt returns. So you're being used because you're so good in multiple facets of the game. You're putting your hand on multiple facets of the game. You think about Michael Jordan. Great on offense, great on defense. He was a great player. Not just offense, not just a ball hog, not somebody that can just shoot the shot and then go back and get burnt on defense. A player that could do...
It's an Emily cumbersome to play basketball in an adept manner. I presume that it is arduous to get drafted into the NBA.
Do it all. He can adapt. Well, you know what? You took away the three. Go in and I'll do the mid-range. Oh, well, you took the mid-range away. I'll go in up close. Maybe try to hit two from there. I'm trying to make it to where I think there was...
how adaptable are women in the dating market, who the show knows.
It was Shy Gilchrist Alexander that says something in terms of usually thinking of a counter to what somebody's sending at me. And by the time they think of something else, then I've thought of 2 or 3 other things and blah, 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 and basically all the way until I get to the basket, right? There's levels and there's certain things. Basically, whatever you throw at me, I'm adapting because I'm a valuable player. I'm somebody that tries to think through an obstacle. Y'all only see, well, I'm just going to be sitting at home. No, you're not going to be sitting at home. That's your limited way of thinking. You're supposed to be working at home. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You think home means being lazy. You stay at home mom, let me let you know a secret, does not necessarily mean you might be at home. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be in the house. You might be out running errands, shopping, going here and doing whatever it is to make the house run smoothly, so that when I step into it, you step into it, our kids step into it, it's ready to go. I can't do that because I'm out at the office all day and I'm making the money. So I'm making the money, bringing it in. You're saying, okay, the money needs to go here, 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 here. Hey, I think we need to improve on this, but I don't know if we got the cash for it, so we're going to wait on it. That's a person that is a good steward, bringing in the funds. And then I'm saying, okay, well, let me see if I can jump in and help. Let me see if we
This is a cinch for a married woman to be a housewife. Who the show knows.
Me and my wife are tackling this project. We gotta do it Saturday, so I need to go home on Friday night and see if I can get a little bit of sleep. You know, the kids want to go out for ice cream and maybe go to the arcade. So we probably won't get back home until about 10. Hopefully we can get them in bed by 10:30, 11, and then we're up bright and early the next morning. We're at Home Depot, we're at Lowe's trying to get the things that we need, and we're probably gonna spend the rest of Saturday afternoon, if all goes well, we get it finished, and then on Sunday, I'm watching the game. Y'all are working as a team to build your empire. But for some reason, once again, in y'all's limited mind, you think that means doing nothing. And you say it so confidently with your chest that you think that, oh yeah, I just made some sense. No. What you said sounded stupid.
What you talking about? Don't bump me, bitch. Move. Back up. Back up. Nobody feel my fault. Back up. I don't have to do shit. Get the fuck out my face. I don't have to do shit. Bitch. Fucking crazy. When I simply just asked for a charge, that means you want to keep working. You want to keep doing this shit. And I told you. I don't care, bitch.
Are they getting into an altercation? Hopefully they do not have a contentious relationship or acrimonious relationship. Hopefully they have a harmonious relationship.
I'm not scared of you, and he's not scared of you. Okay. So what's up? I never brought him up. Oh my God. Okay. Bitch, that was so yesterday. Oh my God. And did you not bring people up too? So shut the fuck up. No, I never you did.
I had to cut that part out, but he just handled you like a dude would have handled another dude if you did what you just did. You had your hand in his face like that, and you did it on purpose. I'm telling y'all be thinking that you can do whatever you want to do, and this is what happened.
My ex told me it was probably because I was too aggressive and masculine. Well, maybe you should take notes, you put.
Yeah, no, actually, I have 4 kids. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Fellas, the women with the personalities that you like are all fat. So just get one and take her to the gym.
You're so pretty. You can date any guy you want. Actually, I can sleep with any guy I want. Unfortunately, it's not the same.
She shut down Pound Town, and if she...
Men should always be celibate in perpetuity.
wanted to, she would.
So easy to exude celibacy and perpetuity.
okay? Why is it that when women have good men that are working 10, 12-hour day shifts, paying all the bills, showing up for their family, doing the emotional support that the wife needs, he's the one that's suffering, being shut off on intimacy and bedroom activities? Let me ask you women, if your man is showing up for the way that you need him to show up, why can't you show up for him the way he wants you to show up for him? Why is there such a double standard? And why is it that it's been such a burden to you to open up bedroom activities? I seriously...
If a woman opts to marry a man, then I presume that it does not always denote that she is attracted to her husband 100% of the time. After she becomes a married woman.
want to know, because I see a lot of women say, oh, I have great men, but then like they talk about how they don't have sex at all anymore in their relationship. Like it's not important to them. But yet their men still want this. And why is it that when he brings it up to you, is that, and your response is that all you ever think about? But you best believe and bet your sweet butt cheeks that if you have a problem.
We're going to fast forward through this segment and the subsequent one.
Right man will never ask you what you bring to the table.
Translation: give me money now. If you ask me why I deserve it, I'm gonna call you a name that makes you feel less than. I'm strong, I don't need no man.
He'll ask you how he can bring the world to you, because a true man doesn't measure you like a business transaction.
Translation: he should give me money, all of the money, while I do absolutely nothing for him. I'm entitled to what he gives me, but he's not entitled to anything from me.
Here's the tough part. What was her job at the beginning? Was it bitch and complainer or cheerleader? Well, originally she was the best cheerleader. That's why I chose her forever. She made me feel like a fucking best. Well, at what point did it change? Because guys do what you cheer them on to do. But the more you disregard, the more you complain, the more you go like, well, it wasn't done the way I wanted to, my way, the less they're going to be like, I want to fight for you. If you start taking your guy's kneecaps out, he stops fighting for you. Well, I don't want to be accountable for that because he should be stepping up. He should be standing up. You hit him in the kneecap, though. You're kneecapping the guy that you want to stand up, and you're the reason he's doing it. How conflicting for this guy.
It is conflicting, but I don't think that men are communicating that. I just think that
men who are maybe we should demonstrate unrequited kindness to one another.
Isolated, men who don't have mentors, men who aren't taught the way, men who don't even know they can be warriors.
Right.
The only influence that these guys have, and this is a very important sentence, the only influence and the only person that they want happiness, the only person they want to feel joy and connected, the only person they want
Maybe should always be peaceful.
Intimacy and love, the only person that matters is their girl and how important her opinion is. And what opinion is she giving is also important. And as soon as she's the nagging, complaining one, the most important resource in his life does not approve of him. He's not good enough. He's a problem. He doesn't do anything fucking right. What stand up for yourself thing? What stand up and do things is he supposed to have when the one person he would do it for is his hardest critic? He doesn't have a pack. He doesn't have the guys to lean on. He doesn't have good mentorship. He doesn't have the brotherhood. He doesn't have that stuff. Do you know, I have hundreds of guys when they come in and they go, I can't believe that what you built exists. We have all these guys who get together, and I'm talking about the baddest ass dudes you know, MMA fighters, strongmen, police officers, soldiers, Marines. We all get together, Navy SEALs, you name it. We get together and we do have that open vulnerability, that heart, that empathy. I love you, bro. I'm here for you. Man, that's tough. What do we do to serve you?
People should be compassionate.
I have your back. That
People should always be forgiving.
It's the thing your girl is supposed to do. I even made a joke that most of my guys are emotionally cheating with the brotherhood because my guys are the only ones who seem to give a fuck.
When a man tells you that he wants you to be his peace,
When I said people should always be forgiving, what I mean by that is that people should always unconditionally forgive other people who transgressed against them. I hope that your throb audacity would be on. Captivated, mesmerized, me, and fascinated. I hope that you're entrenched in the unalloyed epicness